Once upon a time, in a small town nestled alongside a glistening river, there lived a little girl named Lily. She was known for her gentle heart, thoughtful ways, and acts of kindness towards everyone around her. Lily possessed a quality that set her apart, a profound sense of care and consideration for the feelings of others. She was always the first to lend a helping hand, and her empathy knew no bounds. Whether it was a classmate struggling with their homework, a neighbor in need of assistance, or an animal that needed comfort, Lily's compassionate heart led her to offer support and solace whenever and wherever it was needed. This made her truly special in the eyes of those around her. However, amidst all of Lily's admirable qualities, there was a particular aspect of her character that often caused her parents some concern: her strong attachment to her toys. Now, Lily wasn't just any ordinary child. She possessed a remarkable ability to infuse life into her playthings, treating them not just as toys, but as companions, confidants, and friends. Among her many treasured possessions, there was one doll in particular that held a special place in her heart. It was a beautiful porcelain doll with rosy cheeks, sparkling eyes, and long flowing locks. This doll, which Lily affectionately named Rosie, had been gifted to her by her loving grandmother on her 7th birthday. And since that day, their bond had become unbreakable. You see, for Lily, Rosie wasn't merely a doll. She was her best friend, her confidant. Every night before sleep, Lily would cradle Rosie close, whispering secrets into the porcelain ear. She would dress her in pretty clothes, brush her hair, and tell her all about her day at school, the funny games she played with her friends, and the new songs she learned at music class. In return, Lily imagined that Rosie listened attentively, offering silent support and understanding. She took Rosie everywhere with her, to the park, to the grocery store, and even to her friend's house. And whenever anyone questioned her strange habit, Lily would simply reply, "Rosie is my best friend, and I'll never let her go." However, Lily's overprotectiveness towards Rosie often caused problems. Despite her mother's repeated requests, Lily would bring Rosie along on all her outdoor adventures. Sometimes she would run so fast with Rosie in her arms that she would stumble and fall. Other times, she would get so engrossed in playing that she would forget to take care of Rosie, leaving her dirty and disheveled. Although her mother understood Lily's deep affection for her doll, she couldn't help but worry. She feared that Lily's intense attachment was hindering her from developing friendships with other children and participating in various activities. "My dear Lily," her mother would often say, "it's wonderful to have a favorite toy, but remember, you can't carry Rosie everywhere with you, and it's equally important to make friends and have fun without her." But Lily, with her innocent heart, would simply nod her head obediently, promising to be more careful, but secretly determined to keep Rosie by her side no matter what. Then, one sunny afternoon, as Lily skipped merrily through the park with Rosie in her arms, she decided to climb the tallest slide in the playground. With a determined look on her face, she began to ascend the ladder-like structure, her laughter echoing through the air. As she reached the top, however, disaster struck. Suddenly, Lily's foot slipped and she lost her balance. With a startled yelp, she instinctively stretched out her arms, trying to steady herself, but it was too late. She tumbled over the edge of the slide, landing on the hard ground below with a resounding thud. As the other children gasped in surprise and rushed to her aid, Lily clutched Rosie tightly to her chest, shielding her precious doll with her body. When they helped her to sit up, she noticed with horror that Rosie's porcelain face was marred by a large crack, and her once vibrant eyes were now dull and lifeless. With trembling hands, Lily cradled the broken doll, tears streaming down her face. "Oh, Rosie, my best friend, you're broken," she cried out, her voice filled with despair. "What am I going to do?" Alarmed by Lily's distressed cries, her mother rushed to the park. Upon seeing her daughter's tear-streaked face and the shattered doll in her arms, her heart ached with sympathy. "Oh, Lily, I'm so sorry," she said, kneeling beside her daughter and hugging her tightly. "It's all right, Mama," Lily sobbed into her mother's shoulder. "I just want to fix Rosie. Please, Mama, please help me." Soothing words couldn't mend the broken doll, but her mother knew that mending Rosie's broken body wouldn't mend Lily's broken heart. She understood that Lily's attachment to her doll ran deeper than just a child's fondness for a toy. So instead of dismissing Lily's feelings, her mother offered comfort and understanding. "Lily, my darling," she said gently, wiping away her daughter's tears. "I know how much Rosie means to you, but sometimes accidents happen. It's not your fault, and it doesn't make you any less of a good girl. Accidents can happen to anyone." But Lily couldn't be consoled. She retreated to her room, clutching the broken doll, and spent the entire day crying and refusing to eat. As the evening approached and dinner time came, Lily's father knocked on her door, his face etched with concern. "Lily, sweetheart, it's time to eat," he said softly. "I've made your favorite pasta." "I don't want to eat," Lily replied, her voice muffled by the blanket she had wrapped herself in. "Leave me alone. I want to be with Rosie." Her parents exchanged worried glances outside the door. They had never seen Lily so upset, and they knew that simply waiting for her to cheer up wasn't a viable solution. Her mother had tried reasoning with Lily, but nothing seemed to work. Lily wouldn't even let her grandmother, who usually had a way with words, come into her room. Just when her parents were at their wits' end, Lily's grandmother stepped in. Instead of scolding Lily for her behavior or forcing her to come downstairs, she sat by the little girl's bed and patiently waited for her to calm down. After a while, when Lily's sobs had subsided into quiet sniffles, her grandmother gently asked, "Can I come in, Lily?" "Yes," Lily whispered, wiping her eyes with a shaky hand. Upon entering the room, her grandmother's gaze fell on the broken doll lying on the bed. With a compassionate smile, she picked it up and cradled it as if it were a living, breathing creature. "Oh, Rosie," she murmured softly, "you're not perfect anymore, but you're still beautiful." Then, turning to Lily, her grandmother said in a soothing voice, "Lily, my dear, do you think love only exists when everything is perfect?" Taken aback by her grandmother's unexpected question, Lily shook her head slowly. I don't know, Grandma," she replied hesitantly. "But Rosie is broken now, and I feel sad," she added with a sob. Her grandmother's gaze turned distant as if lost in deep thought. After a moment, she turned back to Lily and said, "Life is full of changes, my dear. Things break and people grow old, but love remains, even when things aren't perfect. Just like Rosie, I, too, am not perfect. My hands are wrinkled and my hair is graying, but that doesn't mean I'm not loved or that I don't have value. You still love me, don't you, Lily?" Overcome with emotion, Lily nodded vigorously, tears welling up in her eyes. "Of course, Grandma. I love you more than anything." Her grandmother's eyes twinkled with warmth as she embraced Lily in a tight hug. "Then remember, my dear, love is not about perfection. It's about care, patience, and the memories we share. Rosie may be broken, but the love we shared is not. And the same goes for you, my dear. You're not perfect, and that's all right. You're wonderfully imperfect, and that's what makes you beautiful." Her grandmother's words resonated deep within Lily's heart, echoing the truth she had always known deep down. She realized that her love for Rosie wasn't solely based on the doll's pristine condition. It was about the moments, the laughter, the secrets, and the bond they had formed over the years. Rosie, with her chipped porcelain face and lifeless eyes, would forever hold a special place in Lily's heart. She might be broken, but the love she represented wasn't. As the days passed, Lily found solace in her grandmother's words. She understood that perfection wasn't the measure of love, care, or value. Instead, it was the imperfections, the cracks, the flaws that made life beautiful. Looking back, she realized that her journey with Rosie had taught her a valuable lesson about resilience, acceptance, and the true meaning of love. From then on, Lily continued to cherish the memories she had made with Rosie. The broken doll on her shelf became a symbol of wisdom, patience, and most importantly, the enduring power of love. And so, the tale of Lily and her broken doll serves as a reminder that sometimes the greatest lessons come from the most unexpected places. It's a story about learning to love not just in the face of perfection, but also in the midst of imperfections, because it's in the imperfections that life finds its beauty and love finds its true meaning.